Hello friends, you welcome on Learning with L&R, and today I am going to discuss with you regarding the next technique, that is activity analysis technique. In this, we can talk about or discuss about the time motion studies. It is totally related to the time, okay? It consists of observing and timing by using stopwatches, the physical work or movement carried out by worker, okay? A complex task is broken into the small or the simple steps. The sequence of movements taken by the employees in performing those steps is carefully observed and analyzed to detect and eliminate redundant and wasteful motion. Then precise time taken for each correct movement is measured. For example, any demonstration or any procedure in the hospital when you are performing, that time you have break down the procedure into the steps. First of all, introduce yourself, then after that introduce the your equipments, then introduce with the patient. After that you performing, there is a various 5 or 6 steps you are broken your procedure in the steps, okay? In this also, the complex task divided into the various steps, that will become the more simple, and the steps which are easily performed by the worker, that are considered, or some steps are wasteful, that are avoided by the expert, okay? Then advantages. What are the advantages of time motion? Reduction of physical effort, because we already divided the things into the small steps or simple steps. Time saving and increasing productivity. For example, from each ward lab samples used to send with the servant to central path lab, servants take excessive time to return. And when the expert see this or observe this, what they do? In the form of modification, one servant from the central lab goes to different ward with the trolley at predetermined time, reports delivered in same way. Rather than from every ward one servant go to the lab, there is a modification. One servant come from the lab and collect the sample from each and every lab. That is the good technique. Then next one is work sampling and activity analysis. Work sampling is a commonly used industrial engineering technique designed to measure how resources such as people, machine, facilities, or equipment are utilized. This technique utilized in our profession according to our need or according to our patient need. Then observed activities are grouped into either of two main classification, working or non-working. The working classification can be subdivided into desirable or undesirable. And the advantages of this: work sampling is a low-cost alternative to continuous monitoring, just as sampling in the audit context is a low-cost alternative to 100% evaluation of an account or better and proper utilization of time. For example, observations among nurses. When we observe the nurses, what they can do in their duty, then from them 21% time spent on bedside nursing, then 33% of time spent on clerical activities in the ward when we do the documentation or maintain the record of the patient. Then PHC staff, 15% of time on direct services, or 30% are on administration, 21% on travel or non-productive activities, there is 30%. After that, the queuing theory. In the queuing theory is basically a mathematical approach applied to the analysis of waiting lines. Okay, whenever we go anywhere, in the bank, in the hospital, in the OPD, that time we standing on the queue, and in this way each and every person spend the similar time in that activity. For example, emergency room, OPD setting, pharmacy for emergency and disaster management preparedness. Okay, Goal of queuing analysis: to minimize costs. Costs of waiting lines or queue. Cost associated with patients having to wait for service. Loss of business to SCO, then costs of incurred by society, decreased patient satisfaction and quality of care. Cost of providing the service, capacity cost. In this, the salaries paid to employees or servers while they wait for service from other server. For example, waiting for the pathology report, radiology report, or laboratory. Then fixed costs: cost of waiting space, facilities, equipments, and supplies. It is extremely useful in predicting and evaluating performance. Excessive queuing can quickly erode customer loyalty. Then, how to minimize the time spent by customers standing in a queue? What is the trade-off between the time customers spend queuing and the cost of additional capital to reduce queuing time? Then answer is queuing analysis. Queuing theory involves the analysis of what is known as a queuing system, which is composed of server, a stream of customers who demand service, and a queue or line of customers waiting to be served. Right, in one there is a one counter, there is a one or two person who provide the services, and each and every person standing in the queue, they want to take the service from them. Okay, there is input source, arrival rate of the client, then queue discipline, then service facility, then service rate, then served customers. The next one is characteristics, arrival process. The probability density distribution that determines the customer arrivals in the system. Then service process, the probability density distribution that determines the customer service times in the system. Then number of servers available to service the customers. Then number of channels, single channel or multiple channel. Then number of phases or stages, single queue, series or tandem. Then cyclic network. Then queue discipline, selection for service, first come first served, then last in first out, then random or priority. After that, the assessing the parameters: customer arrival rate, the number of customers entering the system per unit time. Then customer service rate, the number of customers the system serves per unit time. After that, the average number of customers in the system, the number of customers either waiting in queue or receiving service. Average delay per customers, the time a customer spends waiting plus the service time.